There's a reason for what you're going through right now. You're losing interest in people, places, and conversations. The universe is starting to separate you on purpose. Lately, you may have felt it, that pull to be alone. But what if that feeling isn't random? Right now, during the peak of the Eta Aquariids Meteor Shower, you're being energetically pulled out of the crowd. So before you do anything, hear me out. You need to stay away from people. This isn't just another meteor shower lighting up the sky. This is the dust trail of Halley's Comet raining down at full force. And it doesn't just pass by, it disrupts. This is a kind of spiritual quarantine. And if you're feeling it, it's because something inside you is being aligned. And if you've been randomly waking up around at the middle of the night lately, don't ignore it. There's one specific reason why this is happening during the meteor shower window, and I'll explain exactly why later in this video, so stay with me. But first, there's something else happening. You're not just alone, you're being pulled out. And that's a completely different story. This isn't just isolation, this is extraction. Some of you think you've been withdrawing, but the truth is, you've been removed. You're not dodging people. You're being shifted out of their field entirely. Right now, your energy is raw, like an open frequency, too pure to be bouncing off everyone else's static. That awkwardness in conversations, that weird feeling of being present but not really there, it's not you being off, it's you being tuned in. The collective right now is buzzing, like a room full of overlapping radio stations, but you're receiving a completely different signal, and the only way to hear it clearly is alone. This isn't rejection. This is sacred. The stillness you're in, that's alignment. You've gone offline because your next download isn't public. It's personal. Because something just entered your field, and only the awakened can feel it. Everyone sees the sky, but only a few feel the burn. This meteor shower is happening above all of us, but not everyone can feel them. Most will scroll past a photo of the meteors on their feed, maybe say, cool, and move on. But if you've been feeling off, like time keeps slipping, your head feels heavy, or your body is in a state of buzzing stillness, you're not crazy, you're connected. This meteor shower, born from the trail of Halley's Comet, doesn't just light up the sky. It activates. But not randomly, it scans. It searches for those vibrating high enough to register the hit. That's why so many around you seem fine. They're not offline, but they're also not tuning in. They don't notice the hum behind reality right now. You do. This isn't something you can see with your eyes. It's something you sense in your bones, a kind of distortion, a spiritual dizziness, as if reality is half a second ahead of you and you're constantly catching up. If you've been getting moments of déjà vu, time pauses, heat in the crown of your head, or flashes of memory that don't feel like yours, you're sinking. But here's the catch. That sink doesn't happen in noise. It happens in stillness. This is why isolation is showing up right now, not to punish, but to prepare. Your body is recalibrating. Your field is being rewritten. You're becoming too tuned in to stay surrounded by static. This shower is a test of readiness. Those still trying to stay connected to the crowd, to their obligations, distractions, social loops, will miss it entirely. They might sleep through it, ignore the signals, dismiss the pull, and they'll feel fine. But not different. You're not here to feel fine. You're here to feel everything. And if you're feeling it now, that means your soul has already said yes to the upgrade. But the most important part, it doesn't happen out there. It starts when you disappear. Disappearing now is part of the plan. If you feel like you've vanished from your own life lately, like you've gone ghost without fully meaning to, that's design. Something bigger is moving you out of reach. And not to isolate you, but to protect the upload. Think about it. Every time you re-enter the social world right now, there's friction. Words feel strange. People feel off. Conversations feel scripted. You're in a different phase, a different room entirely. And staying plugged in just scrambles the frequency. This is a cosmic timeout, and it's timed with precision. The peak of this meteor shower is the moment of suspension. It's when your body, mind, and field are absorbing energies from something older than memory and newer than now. That doesn't happen while small talking. That doesn't happen while explaining yourself. It happens in the pause. You were never meant to download an upgrade surrounded by interference. You're not backing out of life. You're being veiled, hidden, just for a moment. Because when the dust clears, both literally and energetically, you won't be the same. And neither will the people who once knew you. Because when you come back, you'll say less, but carry more. The version of you emerging from this quiet period, it has new coding, new instincts, new sight. But there's something even stranger happening while you're hidden, something only the sensitive ones will feel. Let's talk about what's waking you up at exactly 3 a.m. This is when the energy peaks. You're not alone. Remember when I told you that if you've been waking up at 3 a.m., there was a reason for it? This is it. This meteor shower peaks in the hours right before dawn. That's not random. That's precise. Around 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., the Earth is perfectly tilted, exposed, receiving. It's when the field opens, and whether you're staring at the sky or buried under blankets, the pulse finds you. People who are sensitive, the ones with open systems, start stirring, waking up, sometimes confused, sometimes alert, sometimes with that strange feeling, like something just touched the edge of reality. If that's been happening to you, you didn't imagine it. Your body is sensing the drop of something ancient, something silent, something coded. Even if you never see a single meteor flash across the sky, the energy still hits. It doesn't need your eyes. It needs your nervous system. You weren't interrupted. You were summoned. Some people wake up in full thought spirals. Some wake with their heart racing. Others just blink into the dark and feel like they're in the wrong timeline. But it all traces back to the same thing. The veil is thinner. The sky is louder, and you're being tuned in while the rest of the world sleeps. So if your sleep has felt fractured, if your dreams feel like warnings or maps or just too much, stop trying to explain it. You're being worked on. You don't have to do anything except let it happen. And there's a reason this reprogramming happens in the quiet. Because what comes next isn't logical. And it doesn't need to be. You're not breaking down, you're rebooting. You might cry out of nowhere this week. You might laugh and then go silent. You might feel hollow, then blissed out, then full of static, all in under 10 minutes. And it doesn't have to mean anything. Not everything is a trauma response. Not everything needs to be healed. This meteor shower doesn't just bring in light, it pushes out residue, emotional static, noise you didn't even know was stuck in your field. That's why it feels weird. Suddenly your body's doing its own thing. You're feeling for no reason. It's the kind of crying that's ancient, not personal. You don't know where it's coming from, but once it starts, you know it's not fake. And the worst thing you can do? Be around someone who doesn't get it. Someone who asks, "Are you okay?" Someone who tries to stop it, fix it, label it. This isn't an emotional breakdown. It's an energetic defragmentation. You are sinking to a pattern older than language. Your body knows what it's doing. It's running cleanup code, pushing out noise, releasing things you never consciously agreed to carry. You're not meant to make sense right now. You're meant to be still while it passes through. Let the tears fall. Let the wave roll. Because once it does, your field resets, and what remains is yours, not inherited. This isn't about making sense. It's about clearing space. Because the upgrade doesn't fully land until the system is clean. The real meteor shower isn't in the sky. It's in your field. Here's what no one tells you. Meteor showers don't look the same to everyone. And I'm not just talking about where you live or how cloudy it is outside. I'm talking about energy, frequency, consciousness. Two people can stand under the same sky at the same time, and one will see nothing, while the other sees 11 meteors in under a minute, each one like a pulse straight to the chest. Why? Because the sky bends differently for every observer. It's not just a light show, it's a mirror, a test, a calibration. The cosmos responds to your frequency, not your eyes. The brighter you burn internally, the more the sky reflects that back. This isn't astronomy, it's alignment. Some people will never feel this shower, not because it didn't happen, but because it didn't happen for them. And that's why being alone right now isn't just good advice. It's the only way to catch what's meant for you. Crowds dilute the signal. Conversations scramble it. But in solitude, the sky personalizes its message. The veil parts just enough for you to see what only you were meant to. So if the meteors felt different this time, that's not your imagination, that's your version of the meteor shower. And no one else got the same one. Because this shower isn't shared, it's tailored. The quiet didn't change you. It revealed who you were without the noise. There's something strange that happens after an energetic upgrade. Not during the storm, but after the sky clears. Things look the same, but they don't feel the same. You might walk into your regular routines and feel completely foreign inside them. You might hear a song you used to love and feel nothing. Places, people, passions, they might suddenly feel too small. And it's not because you're ungrateful. It's because the version of you that enjoyed those things has already exited the building. This isn't emptiness. This is clearance. A clearing of space for something truer. Right now, you're standing on the edge of familiarity, holding a new frequency with hands that haven't fully figured out what it wants to build. That's normal. That's the point. You weren't upgraded to fit back in. You were recalibrated to choose again. So if you're feeling lost, if the world feels muted or slow or too loud all at once, don't rush to fix it. This isn't a return. It's a redirection. You've outgrown more than you realize. And soon, you'll start noticing it in strange ways, not just in who you don't resonate with, but in what you start craving. Silence over stimulation, depth over drama, purpose over approval. You didn't lose interest in life, you lost alignment with the version of it that kept you small. This disorientation is sacred. It's your soul remapping reality. Don't go back to sleep just because the sky looks quiet again. What's next requires a different kind of awareness, and you're finally ready for it. There's a reason you felt the urge to explain yourself lately. The distance, the mood shifts, the broken sleep, the way your emotions roll in like storms. You want someone to understand, to see what you're going through, but they won't. And it's not their fault. This shift, it wasn't a broadcast. It was a whisper, direct, personal, made only for you. No subtitles, no perfect words, just a frequency felt before it was understood. And when you try to explain it, you'll notice the words flatten it. What felt electric becomes small, misunderstood, like trying to describe fire to someone who's only known ice. This isn't about cutting people off, it's about protecting the signal. Because what entered you during this meteor window, it's still settling. And if you speak too soon, you interrupt the very transformation you're still inside of. You don't need to be understood right now. You need to hold the frequency. In silence, in stillness, in trust. Let them wonder, let them guess, let them think you've changed. You have, because you didn't imagine that shift. You felt it, you absorbed it, and soon you'll become it. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.